So, Avatar's creator, none other than James Cameron, if you didn't know, which I think I did a video on a while ago, he is working on a new Terminator movie. Yes, that's right, there is another one being put into the works. Supposedly not going to star Arnie Schwarzenegger this time around. But Cameron has now admitted that he's actually struggling to write this movie. And it sounds like he doesn't particularly want to write it. So it's kind of like, why is he involved with it then? But let's have a look at this, because realistically, do we really want another Terminator movie? At this stage, no. But let's have a look at what this is saying. So it does say, while he's moved on from the Terminator franchise and he currently spends his days developing new technology to impress audiences with more Avatar sequels, James Cameron hasn't entirely forgotten about the sci-fi action universe where robots take over the world. The director of films like The Abyss and True Lies is actually working on a new Terminator script. The problem, however, is that he's finding it difficult to write the movie. The reason lies in how the franchise's sci-fi concept, which once felt purely fantastical, is now beginning to reflect our reality. Technology is taking over our lives, and Cameron sees a bleak outcome if we don't do something about it. As reported by the Playlist, Cameron was recently a guest on the Amirpour Hour, Christina Amirpour show on CNN. Amirpour talked about the 80th anniversary of the Nagasaki bombing, and Cameron made an appearance to talk about his project Ghosts of Hiroshima, which tells the story of survivors of the infamous bombing in Japan. During the show, Amirpour asked Cameron about how the book Ghosts of Hiroshima comments on a relationship between fiction and reality. The director also observed that sci-fi feels increasingly grounded in reality, noting he's finding it hard to write a new Terminator movie, mainly because he feels our lives are under the control of technology and its exponential advancement. He says that at some point, reality and science fiction will basically overlap. And this is what he said: "I'm at a point right now where I have a hard time writing science fiction. I'm tasked with writing a new Terminator story. I've been unable to get started on that very far because I don't know what to say that won't be overtaken by real events. We are living in a science fiction age right now, and the only way out is through by using our intelligence, by using our curiosity, by using our command of technology." Cameron is one of Hollywood's most successful filmmakers, and he's shown no signs of stopping making movies anytime soon. His next feature set to release in the third entry in the Avatar franchise, Avatar Fire and Ash, which lands in theaters in December this year. And it's when you hear how he starts off that comment about trying to work on a new Terminator movie is, "I'm tasked with writing a new Terminator story." That's an interesting statement, because that sounds like he doesn't particularly want to. I'm curious then as who has tasked him with writing a new Terminator movie. And it is interesting to see the idea that he's struggling because of where technology is nowadays. And that is a real thing. Like, we originally watched Terminator and we were like, wow, could you imagine if that actually happened? Could you imagine if machines actually became that intelligent? And here we are in 2025 and machines are getting that intelligent. AI is getting that intelligent. And it is kind of like, oh, okay. You know, today it's writing a script for you. Tomorrow it's traveling back in time to kill Sarah Connor. You know, it's like, this is mind blowing how advanced technology actually has become. And that seems to be truly why he is struggling, because it's kind of like, well, what do you write next? Where do you take a story that is basically becoming reality right now? What do you do next? How do you push that forward? And it would be interesting. To be honest, I think the easiest thing to do, and it should be the thing that was done a hell of a long time ago, is just do the future war. That's all people want to see at this stage, is the future war. They want to see the full-blown devastation of the world, people going up against these unstoppable machines, and you don't have to stick with John Connor or any of those people in the future. That's the thing. Expand the universe. Go to different places. Go with different people. That's the beauty of if you do the future war. That's all people want. Nobody wants these new versions where it's essentially the John Connor story just without John Connor. What's the point in that? I think you really just have to delve into the very thing that people have always asked and wanted to see. Future war. That's all we want. And even that though, as he's saying, like, the point of technology being so advanced and stuff right now is what's making him struggle to actually write this thing. And it would be very interesting to see what he actually comes up with, what direction he wants it to go in. But as of now, you know, he's tasked with writing it. There doesn't seem to be a rush on it because he's not writing it as of right now because he can't figure out the story. So it's not like we know anything about a cast, a story, a director, even studio at this stage. So we'll have to wait and see. I would assume it's probably still with Skydance. Don't know. But overall, he is still developing a brand new Terminator movie. Good luck. That's all I think we can say with that one. Because at this stage, I don't think anybody wants more Terminator movies. Yeah, everything that could have been done with it has been done. And I just don't see the point in continuing it at this stage. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. What do you think of it anyway? Would you be up for another Terminator movie? Do you think it's had its time and it should just be left alone? Let us know what you think of all this. But with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I shall catch you in the next one.